hoe gaan dit? My naam is Zani and you are doing an Afrikaans lesson. Today is just a 5-minute introduction to STOMPI. Have you heard about STOMPI before? Well, it's the way that Afrikaans people form our sentences. So let me make myself a bit smaller and I'll show you. So every letter stands for a part of the sentence. Please note that the first one is subject, but the subject could be a couple of words or 3 or 4 words. If I say die oulike kind, the cute child, that's 3 words, and that's the subject of the sentence. So don't confuse it with one subject means 1 word, but it's actually 3 words, or could be 1, could be 2, could be 3, could possibly be more. So we structure the sentences in a STOMPI sequence, and especially as a beginner, you need to know this. A cue in the back of your mind, always remember the verb goes second. Whatever you put first, whether you put the time first or the object first or the subject first, the next concept, the next thing after that is the verb. So tonight we will be doing the subject and the verb, and I'll introduce you to the nuance in the verbs. And then you have time, object, manner, place, verb to infinitive. And I'll do short sections on every part of STOMPI in the next couple of weeks. Okay, let's look at the verbs. So I have put the verbs into 3 different places, 3 different groups, to distinguish what you do with them when you have past, present or future. So main verbs is what we're doing tonight. Main verbs that are easy to recognize, the doing word in a sentence with het and is. Het and is are special because they're the only 2 verbs in English that, in Afrikaans, that change according to the tense they're in. All the other verbs stay the same. Helping verbs, they change in the past, in the future, and then compound verbs do something special when they're in past and present tense. So that's just a note for another lesson, but tonight we're focusing on the main verbs. So easy enough, let's look at main verbs. I will read them, you can echo. Lees, dans, roer, ry, werk, maak, gee, eet, ruik, dink, wag, and speel. Easy to recognize. So you can put them with a subject and a verb. So that could be a complete sentence, subject and verb. Ek lees, jy sing, hy wag. I just want to show you the next one. It has a list of a lot of pronouns that you can use. This is where most of your pronouns will be within your subject. Ek, jy, hy, sy, are, you, he, she. So you can just have pronoun and verb. That's what the person's doing. He's reading, he's sitting, he's eating. Note, Afrikaans doesn't have ek is eet. It just has subject, verb. So you can practice that. Any verb that looks like a verb in Afrikaans. Not the helping verbs, not the compound verbs that see that they're combined. You can make a sentence. Ek eet, sy roer, jy werk. Let's look at the is, subject and the is. Now subject and is linked to a feeling. Ek is gelukkig. Ek is honger. Ek is kwaad. Is also has another link, and I can expand on is in another section when I do the past tense and future tense of is. But as you can see here, if there's a feeling involved, it's the subject, the is, and the adjective. Let's do het. Het is hulle het, jy het, once again a pronoun, a het, and then an object is when they have something. And note there is an article there, a or the, if it's a countable noun or uncountable noun. Don't worry about the details too much, but you can see when you have your different verbs, you can have a subject and a verb. And when you have the subject and a is, you have an adjective, a feeling connected to it. And if you have the subject and a het, you have a having something next to it. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. I will link my email address below, but it's afrikaanslesson@gmail.com, afrikaanslesson@gmail.com. En ja, lekker dag. Bye bye.